Hey everyone, it is Liz, and I am back to do another reading. This is for the Earth Sign Collective for the rest of the month of July 2021. And this would be the Earth Sign Collective would be Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. And that can be your sun sign, your moon, your rising, your Venus, whatever circumstances you're under. It just depends what you're dealing with. I know for me, sometimes my sun sign completely like jives with what's going on in my life. Sometimes it's my rising sign. I think sometimes it can be my moon. You know, I've got all the elements everywhere in my chart, and I think a lot of us do. Anyway, so this is for the Earth Sign Collective for the rest of the month of July 2021, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I am using my Moon Power Tarot deck. And the artist is Charlie Quintero from sixsadgirls.com. I think I got this off of Etsy. But it's a really beautiful deck. She's on Instagram too. I highly recommend her. So what I did was just to look a month ahead for the Earth Sign Collective, and I've done all the elements, so this is the last one. So what I wanted to do was look at your recent past, and the way I look at the recent past is how did June end for you? And I think a lot of us may have taken some of that energy of June and brought it into the beginning of July. And so I'm looking at just the recent past with the first card. This is the Three of Wands. It's a really cool piece of art. In general, Three of Wands can be looking at where you are in your life and understanding and accepting that you've overcome and a lot of challenges and you've achieved a lot, and now you're wondering, what is it that I want to do now? What's next? Sometimes in your typical Rider-Waite deck, you'll see a man standing with three wands. He's holding one and he's looking out at his ships that have launched, wondering, like, now I've launched my ships, I have some new ideas. That's kind of the general theme of the Three of Wands. With this particular imagery, I feel like, it's kind of like thinking about what you've accomplished and utilizing what you've learned from those experiences with that Three of Wands. If you can look at her and kind of feel the vibe that I'm getting with her, which is, she's totally emotionally, like that tongue especially is, that's tasting, that's experiencing something that makes you feel good if it tastes good, right? Flavorful, colorful. So to me, it's like some of you may have ended the month of June and come into the month of July with a feeling of needing to express yourself or find a connection that you can work with, that activates, your soul, that stimulates you personally. And the clarification card is this beautiful judgment card, which is a major arcana card. This is a card of rebirth. It's a card of second chances. So it may feel like, some of you are on this path of looking at what you want to do with your life. I feel like a lot of you, especially when I look at her, this Three of Wands, it's not like a typical Three of Wands at all. So I kind of feel like a lot of you, earth signs, okay, have definitely utilized your creativity and are ready to launch some, I think, experience something new with the Judgment card. I think it's about, also with the Judgment card, I feel like a lot of you are being given another opportunity to try to remember what you've learned from your past. Some of you earth signs can be, I have a lot of Virgos in my family, a lot of earth signs, and that I was married to a Capricorn. I have friends that are Tauruses. I have a few friends. I have a lot of people in my life that are Virgos and Tauruses and Capricorns, and so I feel like a lot of you may have been experiencing this need to create and express how you feel, and now you feel like, you've made some changes in your lives. I almost want to say moving into your current state of mind. A lot of you earth signs, you've got the Six of Swords, which is about letting go of the past, shedding, like, she's like, I got a purple snake here. I always think of snakes shedding their skin. So I feel like a lot of you might have shed your skin from the past and moved into a new direction in your life where you are, again, this is the Earth sign collective. Some of you may be ready to go out, branch out on your own. And, like the imagery here of, walking her pet snake. And it's the purple, which is spirituality. And the yellow, is healing. I feel like this is a vibration of, and pink is love. So I do feel like you guys are on if you made a physical move recently, or you've made a shift in your life, it was all, to let go of the past and move into to the present, into the future with the Eight of Wands. Things happening really quickly. I feel like you guys may be going through a lot of changes in your life right now. This is a card of messages being received, information coming in. This is, this Eight of Wands vibration is all about things happening quickly and making sure that you keep your emotions balanced. You don't want your emotions to be controlling, your decision making or your actions. So I feel like your current state of mind with that Six of Swords is moving into a better space in your life, whether it's a better head space or a better physical space or all of the above, and this needs for, all these changes that are happening. You want to be sure, like this Eight of Wands, to keep your balance, to keep your focus, keep your center, okay? Level-headed, right? Moving into your immediate future. Your immediate future is this. Your card comes right up here. Beautiful Knight of Pentacles. This is all, I think, in this deck especially, if you look at the Knight of Pentacles in your immediate future, it's like exploring, taking advantage of opportunities that are coming your way or that you are going after. I feel like a lot of you Earth signs may be pursuing something new. Knights are about going after something they want. The Knight of Pentacles is going after something they want with the fact is they've done their due diligence. They've done, the work they had to do, the research they had to do for them to get, to where they want to get to. So in your immediate future, this is you guys, this Earth sign energy here is pursuing, going after something you want. Clarification of it is this Eight of Cups, which is walking away from emotionally draining situations in your life. So, you have a lot of eights here. Well, a couple of eights. But I feel like, in your immediate future, a lot of you Earth signs really need to just... I think you guys... There's some of you Earth signs out there that are either feeling emotionally drained, or feeling really needy. You could be the ones that are emotionally sucking the life out of someone, or you're feeling exhausted, from trying to fill a void that perhaps some of you created on your own. I mean, there are some of you out there with this Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is all about going after something you want. So when I'm looking at the clarification card of the Eight of Cups, I kind of feel like you guys have so much that you've created, so much that you've manifested in your life creatively, professionally, personally, with your family, professionally with your business or your career path. And I feel like you just don't want to muck it up with, making decisions that are all about, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of you Earth signs need to keep yourself as grounded as possible in the reality. What's real? What's not real? It's not about appeasing your emotions. This is not about instant gratification. This is about taking what you do seriously, whether you're a mother or a father, or, you've got your own business, your own career, your own family. It's about taking responsibility for your actions and letting go of the things in your life that are no longer working for you. Eight of Cups is about letting go of things that are not just people that are taking advantage of you, but your own behavior pattern. There could be something within you where, you become exhausted because you get yourself so worked up into a situation that doesn't need to be that intense. It's that instant gratification. Well, I want to fix it. I want to fix it now. We don't have... we can't just snap our fingers like in Bewitched or wiggle our nose to make things quickly better. It's just not reality. The reality is a lot of you are going to be struggling and learning how to say no. I think some of you have to learn. I'm getting Virgos, but I'm getting all the Earth signs. Learn to say no. There are water sign people around you, or people with the element of water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, that could be taking and taking and taking. And if they're not learning from this experience with you. They're going to keep taking until you set limits, because moving into your activation, best course of action, you've got these two major arcana cards here. The first one would be this gorgeous star card, which is one of my favorite cards in this deck. And I love the star card because that's Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius. So this is a vibration of faith, believing in yourself. So I feel like a lot of you earth signs are in a place of, on one hand, really feeling good about where you are in your life and feeling grateful that you're receiving all that you receive. Like some of you, I truly believe, like myself, wake up in the morning and look outside your window and just thank you. There's this vibration of gratefulness, right? But then you've got the clarification card of the devil. And this is another major arcana card. Major arcana cards, this is a vibration. We can't control the energy of any of the majors. The minors we can. The minor arcana cards we can shift and change that. Major arcana cards, I've said this before, I'll say it again, they're like the weather. We cannot control the weather, we can prepare. That's it. And you've got this star card, which is gorgeous, and it's all about believing in yourself and accomplishing, and it's all about revolution and about radical, being radical in your own life, and not conforming, being your own person, and it's a real radical vibration in the best way possible, because you have faith in yourself, faith in what you're doing. If you're an artist, or if you're creating something in your life, or going after something that will enhance your business or your health, whatever it is, you don't want to, with the devil card, this is self-sabotage. You don't want your ego. This is ego. I feel like a lot of you earth signs let your ego control, or get in the way of all the good that you could be accomplishing in your life, because you're egocentric. We all have an ego. We all have issues with our ego at some point, in our lives. We go through it. I know we all do. I mean, none of us are infallible. But I feel like you, right now in the month of July, a lot of your earth signs have got to come to terms with your ego and figure out, what's more important, appeasing your ego or, letting that go. I feel like some of you really need to stop wishing on it's like making a wish. I wanted to say wishing on a star, but I'm looking at the star card and thinking, I think a lot of you are, wishing that things could be better, but things are good. A lot of you just need to be grateful for what you got right now. And with that devil card, you've got to I seriously am hearing ego, like so loud in my head that there must be a lot of you out there that have allowed your ego to take precedence. You're worrying so much. What if they don't like me? Or what if I'm single? Or what if what if I picked the wrong guy? Or who the cares? You need to honor yourselves. You need to honor your own code of ethics, your own moral code of ethics. For those of you that have your own business, for those of you that are parents, for those of you that are single, it doesn't matter. We come into this world and we have an opportunity to make healthy choices. When we muck up, we make a mistake. Right now what I'm sensing with this devil is a lot of you earth signs are coming into a time where things can go really well for you. You just don't want to tune in. Don't give your ego so much freaking power, man. It's not worth it, because moving into your let's see here, that's the future. That was the activation vibration. Best course of action is to not give in to that stuff. The other people around you in your future, you've got interesting outside influences and how they affect you and vice versa. And you've got this 9 of Cups. So I feel like a lot of you earth signs are feeling real grateful about what you got, what you've attained in this life so far, especially in the month of July. You're feeling very grateful for, all that you've accomplished, all the creativity. The 9 of Cups isn't just the wish card. In general, it's not just being, getting your wishes come true. It's more about people around you, the outside influences, are showing or appreciating your gifts, and showing you with this. Let's see, I feel like there's just a lot of appreciation. You know, the happiness around you is like the Nine of Cups is happiness. You know, it's something that, again, the ability to count your blessings, the ability to look at where you are in your life right now and acknowledge that, you know, you've got so much good in your life. And again, this is kind of the vibe I'm getting, especially with the Seven of Swords. I think a lot of you, this is again outside influences, there seems to be some of you earth signs during this month of July may be going back and forth, trying to either settle for less. I don't know if you're settling for less with a relationship. I don't know if you're settling for less with a behavior with somebody that you're dealing with, whether it's your child, whether it's your husband, whether it's your wife, whether it's a coworker. But the Seven of Swords is like that futility. It's like sometimes, you know, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't, or, you know, this, it's like trying to get away with something vibration, you know. So I feel like there's someone around you who you thought, for some of you, the hit I'm getting is in the month of July. At some point you might think someone around you who you thought might be the answer to your prayers, Nine of Cups, turns out to be the Seven of Swords, a freaking nightmare, because they're unreliable. Seven of Swords is a very unreliable vibration. So moving into your hopes and your fears for the month, we've got this beautiful Hermit card, you know, and the Hermit is about enlightenment. You know, I think a lot of you, I think there's a lot of earth signs out there that may be in relationships, but really want your space. Maybe you're afraid to ask, or maybe you're not. You know, there are some of you earth signs that aren't afraid at all. Then there are some of you earth signs that don't want to be alone ever, ever, ever. Or you want to be alone, but not really. You can't decide. I feel like with the Hermit card, the universe will be forcing some of you to deal with being on your own and not looking for another person to somehow fill a void that some of you created. It's not about that, because you've got this Temperance card, another major arcana card, clarifying the Hermit is adapting and adjusting to your life in a new way. Okay, I just want you to see the beautiful artwork on this card. But Temperance in general, when I look at hopes and fears, I'm looking at a situation with a lot of you earth signs out there. I mean, the Hermit is a very grounded energy. I think it's Virgo. I could be wrong. But it is enlightenment. It is, I think the fear factor for some of you is adjusting to being not necessarily on, for some of you who are single, it's adjusting, or, you know, it's adjusting to being on your own. For those of you that are learning or adjusting to something new, or I think there may be some fear with adapting to bringing more balance and quiet into your life. Some of you may have a hard time with the quiet, you know, with the meditation, but some of you may really love it, and that's kind of, you know, what I'm seeing, two dynamics here, a few different dynamics. I feel like some of you are craving alone time, some of you need alone time, and really, really need to adapt to a different way of living your lives. I think some of you would like to have some quiet time so that you can adapt to what is going on around you, which could be very busy for some of you. And you may be really, you know, afraid to ask for that, but it's okay. You're going to get through it. The outcome we have, the last couple of cards here, we've got the Five of Pentacles, which, you know, the Five of Pentacles can be, it's an odd, you know, I know in this imagery it's a little different. In general, it can be worried over money. It can be feeling left out in the cold, abandoned, right? In this deck, I feel like it is like you've given a lot of yourself. I think a lot of you earth signs have tried to entertain everybody, like the clown entertaining somebody, you know, but you're getting tired of trying to amuse yourself or amuse somebody with and not getting anything for it. If anything, I feel like some of you have been, I think some of you may have walked away from a situation where you felt you weren't being appreciated. And with this Ace of Swords as clarifying the Five of Pentacles, you know, we've got Swords, Pentacles here. So I feel like some of you are worried or stressed out about what you've lost or what you don't have. And some of you are feeling like, what else do I need to do to I don't know, to amuse myself? And that's not really, I mean, I look at this card, I think some of you just need to stop looking at what you don't have and appreciate what you have in your life right now. I feel like there are some of you earth signs, not all of you, I would say the ones that have gone through some emotional challenges, for those that are single or going through a breakup or whatever, that dynamic is, don't go looking for another person right now. I feel like looking for another person, which is the Nine of Cups here and the Seven of Swords, is only going to unsettle you. It's only going to, with the Devil card, it doesn't help your ego. I mean, your ego is getting in the way of your creativity. Your ego is distracting. It's distracting you from your own life, from you accomplishing all these things you can accomplish. So I kind of feel like, I don't know. I think some of you are going to figure out the hard way that we can't always, there are times where people turn to you for guidance and help, and we can't always help them. We can try, but I also feel like some of you need to appreciate everything you have going on in your world right now. Don't let your ego get in the way of letting go of things in your life that just aren't working for you, because the bottom card on the deck, the last card, is always the bottom card, and this is the Four of Swords, which is a gorgeous card. That's the resting up. This is a time to reevaluate. Don't make any quick decisions. She's taking her time. She's trusting her intuition. A lot of you earth signs are very psychic, very intuitive. When you make emotional decisions, a lot of you earth signs, when you don't trust your intuition and you're trusting your ego instead, you end up with this Four of Swords, which is not a bad card, but the universe is going to put you in a situation where you need to think and reevaluate. What exactly... Actually, this is Three of Swords. Excuse me. I'm reading this wrong. No, yeah, it is. No, yep, it is. It's the Four of Swords. Four of Swords. Sorry about that. I wanted to make sure. It's kind of like I just feel like this need to tune in and trust your intuition. This need to get rid of the unnecessary emotional addictive. I feel like some of you are very addicted to your ego. That's what I just heard. Some of you have an ego addiction, which means that you constantly need to be validated, or that's not how life, it's not going to work out for you that well if you keep looking for egotistical validation. Do you understand? So for the most part, I feel like, here we go. I'm pulling a couple of more cards. Page of Swords, another Swords card. You guys have got to be able to be prepared to kind of swallow your pride. Look at that, literally. Page of Swords. In general, the Page of Swords, is delivering news. He can be delivering news, but it's also mental acuity and sharp, wit. And you need to be on your best. You need to be aware of what's going on. How much can you handle? How much can you actually take? Because the last card is the Three of Swords. If you guys keep going the way you're going, for those of you that are, I think, not in a relationship, maybe you went through a breakup or something, don't go looking for another person to fill a void that you created. It's only going to create heartache and pain. For those of you that are in relationships, it's not about the other person. This is more about not trying to, I feel like there's someone in your lives, for some of you that are parents, you're trying to appease somebody in your life, whether it's your child or, a nephew or a niece. But I feel like you may be dealing with somebody younger who just needs to really suffer they need to suffer consequences. Okay, there's nothing you can do but let them learn the hard way and then be there for them. And again, for those of you that are still hung up on the ego, unfortunately, I feel like you guys are going to learn the hard way, especially with this last card. I feel like some of you are just destined to get your heart broken over and over and over again until you figure out that it's not about that. It's not about settling for less. Remember, Seven of Swords, settling for less. For what? Because you're lonely? The other thing is, again, these are outside influences. So remember to, be grateful for what you have and take advantage of the opportunities that are coming your way, and don't worry about the opinions of others, because at the end of the day, you guys are smart. You know what you want. When you focus on something, you can start a project and you obviously can finish it. Okay, so I'm going to stop it there. I hope this made sense. This was kind of an interesting reading. Feel free to leave some feedback if you want. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do. I am trying to get my numbers up to at least 1,800. Once I hit 1,800, then I will randomly choose 2 subscribers to receive a 15-minute reading with me by phone. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, hit that button down below. If you like the video, hit the like button, share away, and leave feedback if you want. If you have questions, political questions. One of my followers, subscribers, sent me a couple of different emails about doing celebrity readings. So if there are any celebrities you want me to look at, you can email me those questions. I will post all that below. And I will see you guys soon. Take care and have a lovely, lovely July. See you guys soon. Bye.